My people, let us pray. Actually, if you are Cameroonian, please move forward, move to the front, because you need this prayer more than the rest of us. Ben, in fact, forget about prayer. We've been doing that for decades. Cameroonians, what exactly is the color of your problem? Benny, number one, I know that not all of you, but I cannot believe some of you are still in support of your 92-year-old president running again. The devil is a liar. Tofia, back to the sender. Number two, 42 years did not teach you anything. What is all these opposition parties that you keep forming, they keep banning? Why can't you guys come together and present one front, one face, so you can face... Why am I even getting ahead of myself? Ladies and gentlemen, we heard that the 92-year-old president of Cameroon wants to run again in the next presidential election. What? How is that even possible? No, it cannot be. The man is 92. He's been in power for 42 years. How is that not enough? If you are 42 years old, the year you were born was the year that this man became president. The devil is a liar. That means all the Cameroonians below the age of 42 have never known any other president. And look at where Cameroon is after 42 years. Now. But what is now paining me in my heart, inside my Soroko soul, is seeing some Cameroonians. I know that not all of you, but some of you are still saying that they want him to run again.
Fayehun Yang is 76 years old. The former Prime Minister of Cameroon says it is their right to call on 91-year-old Paul Biya to run for the presidency.
The head of state is a very intelligent man.
Baba. Daddy, please, whose grandfather is this? Whose father is this? Whose husband is this? Daddy, don't be upset. I'm not abusing you. But I thought they said that you were 76. No, be so. Hey, it's one month total at the age of 76. You still don't know what is right from what is wrong at the age of 76. The devil is a liar. And it's not the only one, no. Say no maso. They wore matching outfits for Paul Biya, matching with drums, carrying flags on motorcycles,
trumpeting calls for Biya to remain president. It seems last weekend was another opportunity for Biya's supporters to, in their usual style, assemble bike riders, taxi drivers to start setting the political pace.
Father, once again, who did we offend in Africa? Whose fathers are these? Whose mothers are those? Whose brothers and sisters are those people? Cameroonians, why are you not calling your people to order? Benny, especially those of you in the abroad, call your loved ones. Did you guys notice the road on which they were marching?
Even on bad, degraded, untarred roads, members of the ruling Cameroon People's Democratic Movement CPDM party visited Bamenda, Menchum, Fako and Fumbot and the Far North region to convince the people that even without roads, potable water, electricity and jobs, they have to stand with Paul Biya.
Exactly. You still don't have good roads at so many places after 42 years of him being in power, yet you want the same person to continue. You see why I asked exactly what is the color of your problem? Because this one is not ordinary. This is witchcraft. Nobody you do with that. I know that's not all Cameroonians, of course. These are just a few people. But right now, nobody, not even a few people, should be asking a 92-year-old man to run for another term. Not only are some people rooting for him to run again, can you believe that the last time he went home, as in some Cameroonians still lined by the roadside to welcome their president to his country? In case you don't understand, the man doesn't live in his country anymore. He spends like 90% of the time abroad. He only comes home every now and then. Every now and then. And this is what happens whenever he comes home to his country where he's supposed to work. The man lives abroad now permanently. It's been some years now that he's been living abroad. Wow. Again, whose mothers are this? Whose grandmothers are this? Even though we know many of you are tired of Paul Biya, these ones, they are painting you bad. Some people are still saying, they still like him now. Maybe we are seeing videos. It's bad enough that his son is also hinting that he would run after his daddy.
Increasingly, attention is turning to his successor, with his son, Frank Biya, considered one of the contenders to fill his father's shoes, and raising the possibility of yet another political dynasty taking shape.
Can you imagine that insult?
There is nothing official, but that hasn't stopped newspapers from speculating about a possible political family handover. The word is that Frank Biya could replace his father, Paul Biya, as Cameroon's president.
And some people like the idea.
It's not something new. In the United States, we had Bush. In Canada, we had Trudeau. In Kenya, we had Kenyatta. So Cameroon wouldn't be the first country.
You see? Meanwhile, 2 political coalition groups have been disqualified ahead of the election, which is a way of them clamping down on opposition. And that is exactly why we are saying it is very, very important right now for all the opposition parties to come together. Stop with all the personal interest, guys. Everybody wants to be president. Everybody wants to be... No. Right now, you have to sacrifice for your country. You all have to come together. Choose one person to run against him, because they will allow at least one opposition. Let it be one person speaking for the rest of you, somebody that you know that you can trust. If you know that person, please let me know in the comment section, because I've been asking my Cameroonian people who can run against this man, and they keep telling me that's the problem. The opposition is not uniting. You have to unite. You guys still have like 6 months. Election is October. This is the beginning of April. You still have 6 months for the opposition to come together. Just form one coalition. I mean, if you've tried various coalitions for 42 years and it's not working, just form one coalition. Let there be one voice, one opposition voice, and you can beat the man hands down. Because it is very obvious, the man is tired. Have you seen him talking lately? The man was at the US Africa Summit and he had no idea where he was or why he was there. I think he has dementia, and it happens to the best of us. Nobody is making fun of him. He has lived a long life. Those who surround the man clearly don't have the fear of God. The whole world doesn't need to see him being embarrassed. He's embarrassing himself and Cameroon.
Pourquoi je suis en vedette? Ici. C'est qui tous ces gens qui sont là? Pourquoi je peux demander ça? Est-ce qu'il y a des gens importants là?
Des ministres qui sont là. Le président Kagame a parlé, il est parti, introduit.
Non.
Le monsieur vous a introduit. Il y avait un monsieur debout qui vous a introduit.
Je dois parler maintenant.
Vous restez assis, parlez assis. Vous pouvez parler assis, étant assis.
Ici?
Oui.
Pourquoi?
I mean, it's so sad. The man just sat there, he farted. He kept looking at the pamphlet in his hand for minutes. That is supposed to be his speech. Then he farted again in public. He put down his pamphlet. His aide came back to prompt him to speak.
Ici?
Oui.
Pourquoi? C'est moi. Il n'y a personne pour conduire les travaux.
This man has a wife. Chantel Biya, the woman with the biggest hair, always with the biggest wig. What were you looking at? You would think that the bigger the wig, the more brain somebody would have. You would think this woman would have the fear of God. Hey, Berolong. If not for anything else, let the man go and rest. Him don't try. We already know that he's not the one in charge. We know he's not the one in power. So the man himself is ready to rest. Let the man go and rest. Amen, somebody. Now, speaking of resting, if you're an African living abroad and you are tired of having to send money home every month, taking up everybody's responsibility back home, if this applies to you, you may want to think about the Global Career Catalyst program that I talked about some months ago. I am so happy to tell you that the first class is done. They have graduated. Yes, I am so excited, so happy. I'm going to play some videos of some of the people that were in that class. It was so beneficial for them. They did intensive coaching, interactive webinars, hands-on projects. They were able to equip them with skills that will allow them to apply for jobs with American companies and other international companies. And more importantly, which is what I know many of you want to know, some of the participants who successfully completed that program, the people that performed really well, they've started working with that company, Agile Leadership Success. They've started working with them. The company that that trained them has already hired them on a part-time basis. No, they hire them for part-time jobs so that they can still apply for full-time jobs with other American companies. Some of them are only spending like 10 hours in a month and they are making $150. There's something about working for your money, guys. Don't you want your people to work for their money? And this is a company that is training them on how they can get remote jobs so they can be earning in dollars while they are living in the country they live in Africa. The second class is starting next Thursday, April 10th. I'm sorry that I'm just telling you about it. The price is $899. It's like 6 weeks of intensive training. But if you register through me, they are giving a discount of $150. Just use the code Adeola when you register your loved ones on their website. If you're watching this from any African country, call your loved ones in the US, in the UK, in Canada. Tell them to register you for this program.
This program has generally changed my mindset about job applications, like the importance of research, strategic applications, and networking. So instead of just applying randomly to jobs, you take your time to research the organizations and draft a specific CV for the organization, making sure it aligns the key skills stated in the job description.
With the help of Global Career Catalyst program, I can now apply with boldness. With my new tailored CV, I'm 100% certain that out of 50 jobs applied to, I will get 40. Now I get to understand that you don't need to pack all your certification and qualification into one CV. You need to separate them according to your job search.
What initially I perceived as a simple job placement program turned out to be a truly transformative experience. It's not just about getting a job, it's about fundamentally understanding and navigating the entire landscape of career growth.
This program has completely transformed my approach by making me more proactive and strategic. The most impact skills I learned were the personal brand and elevator speech. It's one of the most, to be honest.
I would advise you to join the program because there are things that are not evident to you on the surface, but the program expands on all those things. It will show you mistakes that you regularly make that you don't even think about.
If you're looking for a better to take care of your career and unlocking new opportunities and new potentials, this is a great way to invest in yourself by joining Global Career Catalyst program, because this is the best way you can come out new and improving your skills.
My name is Adeola.
I am Dr. Olalikon Ojogungbemi.
I am Ode Elizabeth.
I'm JJ Panya.
My name is Adeola.
Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Alright, y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, I'm gonna see you later. Peace out!